Health protocols of school reopening.
PrimeOne school preparation.
PrimeOne School sets up the Health Protocol Task Force, which is responsible for making sure that the health protocol is consistently complied. The health protocol, prevention, and medical administration is completely designed before reopening limited shifting classes. Simulations to limited classes have been carried out beforehand. PrimeOne School periodically socializes the health protocol on infographic via social media and online assembly to all school residents. All school teachers and staff have been fully vaccinated.
PrimeOne school provides standing thermometer, hand washing facilities, disinfectant chamber, hand dryer, and oximeter.
The school nurse is always standby and cooperates with the nearest hospital for emergency purposes. Disinfectant spraying and restroom cleaning are conducted every morning and afternoon. Students' preparation.
The male lower secondary students put on school uniform with arm sleeves or long sleeve shirt and long pants, while the male upper secondary students put on blazer and long pants. The female lower secondary students should put on school uniform with manset to cover lower arms or wear long sleeve shirt and skirt with long socks or leggings, while the female upper secondary students should put on blazer and skirt with long socks or leggings.
There is no change of uniform for female students with hijab. Students have to bring at least 2 3-layered masks. One to be worn all the time and the other should be kept properly. All school residents should put on a mask and face shield in school premises. Students need to bring a pocket-sized hand sanitizer to be kept with them all the time. Prepare tissue paper to dry hands when necessary. Bring a water bottle and snack in a tightly closed container. Bring your own complete stationeries. Borrowing any items is not allowed.
Entering the school environment. Direct arrival. The students must be dropped at post 3. The students have to wash their hands at hand washing corner and have their body temperature checked before entering the school building.
The students have their body temperature checked. If the body temperature shows 37.3 degrees Celsius or above, the students are directed to a certain point to take a rest and have oximeter checked. If there is no temperature change after a while, the students will be sent home.
The students with normal body temperature will proceed to the disinfectant chamber and walk through waiting area for upper secondary students and via basement for lower secondary students.
Do the Namaste greeting when meeting the teachers.
The lower secondary students take star B to get into their classes. The upper secondary students take star A to get into their classes. In case of rain, the lower secondary students will be dropped in front of basement door, while the upper secondary students at waiting area.
Each student will be directed to the infrared temperature face scanner to have his or her body temperature double-checked. Then the student's data will be automatically uploaded to EPOS so that parents are well informed about their child's body temperature. In the classroom door will always be open to prevent students from holding the doorknob and ensure a good air circulation. During the learning process, teachers are required to wear masks, face shields, and gloves.
The sitting arrangement has to comply with the physical distancing mode.
The students have to sit on their own chair. Changing seat is not allowed. The students must keep their own belongings in the drawer. The students will always sit still while conversing with classmates or teachers.
When asking or answering questions from teachers, the students simply stand up in front of their chairs
without coming in front of the class. The teachers need to refrain having any physical contact with the students. The students are not allowed to touch the board marker, whiteboard, board duster, AC remote control, as well as lamp switch. There is no notebook or exercise book submission. There is no group work during the class. Discussion is conducted from students' seat. Only teacher may touch the teaching aid used during the class. To get rid of fatigue and boredom, the students may do stretching in front of the chair during lesson transition. The teacher allows students to have toilet visit alternately and wash their hands after toilet use. The janitors have to do disinfectant spray in the toilet after used by students. There will be no library visit, physical education, assembly, curricular activities, lunch, mass gym, and flag raising ceremony. After changing the mask, the students must throw the used one into garbage bin. Dismissal time. Students' dismissal time. The Health Protocol Task Force members will call the students to go out of the class alternately. The lower secondary students go down by stair B, while upper secondary students by stair A to proceed to assembly points. All upper secondary students will gather around the basketball court, while lower secondary at canopy area, and keep a required physical distance until their drivers or parents come to fetch them. The students will be called one by one to get into their car through the gate near post 3. The students who drive themselves have to show the car key and take the gate near post 3 to go to parking lot. The parents or drivers who are not getting out of their cars are strongly recommended to fetch the students on time. In case of rain, the lower secondary students have to wait in their classes while grade 10 and 11 students gather at canteen level 1 and grade 12 at canteen level 2. When students get home, remember to change the uniform and take a shower immediately. Important points to remember. Obey all the health protocol signs. Parents or drivers must not gather or stay at waiting area. No sending food or goods to school. In case of sudden fever, the students will be isolated in a room before further treatment. There will be no post-bus service. The parents or drivers need to inform the Health Protocol Task Force members if they cannot fetch the students on time to avoid crowd. The students must stay at home when they have any symptoms such as fever, sneezing, or coughing. Practice using left hand more often, like pressing bell, for we rarely use it to touch our face. If the parents, guardians, drivers, or students have any contact with COVID-19 suspect, they must not come to school and do self-isolation. Avoid crowded places and traveling to other cities.